Caught on camera, Taehyung secretly filming Jin's private backstage talk. What was he trying to prove? Did you ever imagine the day would come when Kim Taehyung, the charismatic and enigmatic V of BTS, would be accused of crossing the line in such a shocking way that even his most loyal fans would hesitate to defend him? Tonight, as the world is glued to their screens, footage is spreading like wildfire, unfiltered, unedited, and dripping with the kind of raw tension no scripted drama could ever recreate. What exactly was Taehyung doing when he aimed his phone straight at Jin's face during what appeared to be an intimate, confidential backstage conversation? Was it a spontaneous gesture of affection or a deliberate move to expose something he has been hiding from the public eye? This question is now echoing across every corner of social media, igniting a storm that threatens to overshadow even the triumphant spectacle of Jin's long-awaited concert. The footage is not some blurry clip that could be easily dismissed. No, this was a crystal-clear recording, taken from a vantage point so close that you can see the glint in Taehyung's eyes, a glint that some fans insist looks more calculating than supportive. As soon as the clip emerged, hashtags like #TeamExposed and #JinPrivateMoment began trending within minutes, propelling this incident into a blazing controversy hotter than anything BTS has faced in months. It begs the question everyone is now asking in hushed disbelief. Was Taehyung trying to prove something to Jin, to the fans, or to himself? If so, what truth could be so dangerous it needed to be captured in secret? Many are already calling this the most shocking breach of trust within BTS since the group's early years, when rumors of internal rivalries and silent resentments often lurked just beneath the polished surface of their public image. But never before has the proof been so visually undeniable. In the clip, Jin is seen with his head bowed, speaking in a low tone to a manager whose face is partially obscured. As Jin gestures toward the door, Taehyung lifts his phone and, without a word, starts recording. For several agonizing seconds, the camera lens remains fixed on Jin, capturing every flicker of emotion across his face: tension, exasperation, a weary resolve. Then Jin glances up and seems to notice the phone. What happens next has split the fandom in two. Did Jin's expression twist into a look of betrayal, or was it simply surprise? And why does Taehyung smile just before he lowers the device? Viewers are dissecting every frame in microscopic detail, trying to decipher whether this was a harmless moment or something far darker. Some believe Taehyung was documenting a private confession, a secret only he had the nerve to record. Others suspect he wanted evidence of something Jin said, as if preparing for a confrontation that no one else had anticipated. But what could Jin possibly have revealed in that backstage moment to warrant such a reaction? Was it related to his military service, which has already left the group fragmented and longing for reunion? Or does this involve a deeper schism, a hidden fracture in their brotherhood that no one was supposed to see? This scandal has become an inferno of speculation, with some army defending Taehyung's actions as misunderstood, while others are accusing him of exploiting Jin's vulnerability for reasons they can only guess. The anger is visceral, the confusion is profound, and the stakes feel higher than ever. After all, BTS has always insisted their unity is genuine, that their bond transcends the pressures of fame. But if that were true, why would Taehyung need to secretly record one of his closest friends in such a sensitive moment? What message was he trying to send by preserving that footage? Who did he plan to show it to, and why? Comment sections are bursting with emotional outpourings. Some fans are posting long threads defending Taehyung, pointing out that he has often used his phone to document behind-the-scenes memories, insisting this was simply another example of his artistic habit of capturing the raw reality of their journey. Others are unconvinced. They argue this was different, that the look in Jin's eyes was not one of camaraderie, but of a trust violated. One viral tweet reads, "I never thought I'd see the day when Taehyung would betray Jin like this. I'm heartbroken." Another, just as quickly, counters, "Stop twisting the narrative. V has always filmed moments to share with ARMY. Maybe Jin knew. Maybe this was planned. But if it was planned, why does the clip end so abruptly, with Taehyung lowering the phone and walking away without a word? This is the question that keeps echoing. What was he trying to prove? Was it proof of loyalty or proof of defiance? Did he want to document Jin's words for his own protection, or to use them as leverage? Every theory feels more dramatic than the last, yet no one can look away. This controversy has become a mirror reflecting our collective obsession with the private lives of idols, our hunger to know the truth even if it leaves us disillusioned. And perhaps that's exactly why this moment is so unsettling. It feels like a glimpse behind the curtain we were never meant to see. Insiders who claim to have been near the dressing rooms that evening are offering conflicting accounts. One anonymous staff member insists that Taehyung was simply recording a short clip to include in a future documentary about the group's reunion, a project rumored to be in development as Jin's return from the military becomes imminent. Another source, however, tells a different story, one that has fueled even more suspicion. According to this version, Taehyung and Jin had been locked in a tense discussion for over 20 minutes before the concert began. Witnesses say their voices were raised at times, with Jin gesturing toward the hallway and Taehyung shaking his head. What were they arguing about? No one seems willing to confirm, but if there truly was a disagreement, it raises even more disturbing questions about the motive behind that clandestine recording. Was Taehyung gathering evidence of something he felt the world needed to hear? What makes this all the more surreal is the timing. Jin's concert was supposed to be a moment of pure celebration, a triumphant return to the stage, a gift to fans who have waited patiently through months of uncertainty. Yet in the space of a few seconds, the joy of that night has been eclipsed by a controversy so volatile it threatens to fracture public perception of BTS itself. As fans scramble to find answers, the clip continues to be shared millions of times, replayed frame by frame like a piece of forensic evidence in a trial no one saw coming. And through it all, neither Taehyung nor Jin has issued a single statement. Their silence is deafening, a void into which every fear, every theory, every hope has been projected. Could this scandal mark a turning point in the group's history? Or will it fade as just another misunderstood incident in a career full of relentless scrutiny? The longer they remain silent, the more the questions multiply. Why did Taehyung feel compelled to immortalize Jin's words? Was it out of love, out of fear, out of pride, or something more dangerous? What truth did he capture in that recording, and why has no one acknowledged it? As the world waits for answers, the speculation grows more fevered, more personal, more desperate. This is not merely a story about two members of the world's biggest boy band. It is a story about trust, about boundaries, about the perilous cost of fame in an age where nothing can stay hidden forever. While we wait for a statement that may never come, one fact remains impossible to deny. The clip exists. It is unedited, undeniable proof that something happened backstage. Something so compelling Taehyung believed it had to be recorded. What that something is remains the question driving this global frenzy, a question no one can seem to answer with certainty. And perhaps that is the greatest scandal of all.